Hello, I'm Esther Gitu. Welcome to Africa 54. Here's what's coming up. The United States has called for action by the United Nations to alleviate the humanitarian crisis in Sudan that it describes as catastrophic. A youth group in Burkina Faso seeks to promote peace, unity and tolerance between Muslims and Christians during Ramadan and Easter season. And in our entertainment report, Music Time in Africa host Heather Maxwell brings her popular Drop the Needle music quiz from radio to TV. All this and much more coming up on today's Africa 54. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Linda Thomas-Greenfield has called for action to alleviate the humanitarian crisis in Sudan that she said is, quote, catastrophic and only getting worse. Briefing the press on Thursday, Thomas-Greenfield reported that at the Zamzam camp in North Darfur, a child dies every 2 hours, and that experts warned that over 200,000 more children could starve to death in the coming weeks. Ambassador Thomas-Greenfield, who briefed the press alongside U.S. Special Envoy for Sudan, Tom Perello, said the warring parties had both undermined aid operations and ignored a Security Council call for an immediate cessation of hostilities.
Nearly a year since this crisis began, the situation in Sudan remains catastrophic, and it is only getting worse. Right now, just 5% of the UN's humanitarian appeal for Sudan has been met. Already, the World Food Program has had to cut assistance to over 7 million people in Chad and South Sudan. This includes 1.2 million refugees, people like those I met in Eastern Chad back in September who struggled to find enough food even then. More than just lacking food, though, humanitarian workers are simply unable to deliver it to those in need. Since the start of this conflict, they've been on the ground, often putting their lives at risk to save people in Sudan, and yet combatants on both sides of the war have undermined them at every turn. That includes the Sudanese Armed Forces, which has impeded the major humanitarian aid crossing from Chad into Darfur. This is literally a matter of life and death.
Much more is needed with much more urgency. The United States has issued sanctions to bad actors on both sides, showing that there needs to be accountability for those actions of atrocities. We've seen the issue of ethnic cleansing against the Masalit in an incident by the RSF. We also need to do much more to elevate the voice of the Sudanese people.
The United States says the warring parties in the Sudan conflict have committed war crimes. Washington is eyeing April 18 for a possible resumption of peace talks on Sudan in Saudi Arabia, according to the U.S. Special Envoy for Sudan. An initiative by a youth group in Burkina Faso seeks to promote peace, unity and tolerance between Muslims and Christians during Ramadan and Easter season. Lamine Traore has this report from Ouagadougou, narrated by Grace Oyenubi.
It's a few minutes past 6 p.m. The Imam's invocation marks the break of the Muslim fast for the day. Muslims are joined by Catholics, Protestants and traditional leaders to enjoy the iftar meal. A youth group organized a communal event to bring together Muslims during the month of Ramadan, when Muslims fast every day from dawn to sunset, and Lent, a period of 40 days during which many Christians remember the events leading up to and including the death of Jesus Christ. The community thus suspends all religious barriers. The youth group promotes the concept of practicing one's faith while respecting that of others. Abdulkadir and Nicole welcome the initiative.
I decided to come to this collective event because it's very interesting. Christians, Muslims, we are all the same. Before talking about religion, we need to advocate living together.
It's a great initiative. I'm really pleased. It's my first time taking part, but it really had to be done.
Amos Zong Naba, a Protestant Christian would like to see more of these.
We know that there are several religious denominations here and they live in perfect harmony. It's important for Burkinabe to be able to stick together, and it's important to have these kinds of initiatives.
Mahamadi Wadrogo believe that the people of Burkina can continue to coexist peacefully despite their religious diversity.
The idea is really to get together beyond our differences, our religious affiliations, and say we are Burkinabe. Burkina is our country. We're a family. Let's stay together, hand in hand. We are Burkinabe before we are religious. Burkina is our country. It is the country that carries us.
At least 1,000 people took part in this communal iftar. According to the organizers, the event, which is only in its second year, will continue being held in the coming years. For Lamine Traore in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, Grace Oyenubi, VOA News.
Christians around the world are celebrating Good Friday, a holiday that commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ to atone for the sins of believers. The holiday is followed by Easter Sunday, marking the third day after Jesus was crucified and rose from the dead. Joining us in the studio is Father Rodrigue Ntungu, a Jesuit priest and doctoral student at Georgetown University Law School in Washington, D.C. Father Rodrigue, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you, Easter.
First of all, tell us what's the significance of this Easter holiday?
In the Catholic Roman Church, what they call Easter is the celebration of the death, resurrection, the passion of Christ. It means the completion of 40 days of preparation to the Passover, of the celebration of the mystery of the life of Jesus Christ. It's also the time where Christians gather together to think about their own lives as they've been saved by Christ.
Now, the Easter holiday comes right after Palm Sunday. And what's Palm Sunday about?
Actually, Palm Sunday itself is one of the significant steps within the celebration of the Paschal mystery. It is the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem, his own city, 6 days before the Passover. It also introduces the Christians to the celebration of this mystery. That means it's an introduction to the climax of the whole Paschal mystery celebration.
So in the churches, you know, people gathered last Sunday, they're going to gather again this Sunday, and the holiday, of course, happens to take place like on a Monday. What are the religious festivities and what are you going to be saying in churches around the world as church leaders?
We will be calling people to unity, to joy, but also to reflection on their own lives. Jesus said that he did what he could do as his mission entrusted by the Father. But we have much to do among ourselves in terms of reconciliation, in terms of unity, in terms of also togetherness. That's what we'll be saying and asking people to do.
And in terms of scripture, you know, what happens? How do you explain this mystery? Because a lot of people don't probably understand what this is all about.
When we talk of the mystery, it means it's something that we can only believe. It's not explainable by reason or by whatever means. It's a mystery that means we have to believe. This mystery means Jesus has been sent by the Father to save us and to redeem us. And that's what we as Catholics believe. It means a lot for us. But also we are together with other churches who believe the same celebration, who believe in the same mystery of the redemption of the world.
Father Rodrigue, our brothers and sisters, including our colleagues right here at the Voice of America, are fasting during this holy month of Ramadan, as we've just watched one of the reports here of the unity that we're seeing, interfaith kind of unity. Do you have a message for the Muslims who are fasting this month?
Yes, Easter itself is a kind of interfaith celebration. It gathers many religions who are also celebrating the same mysteries in different ways, or some important mysteries of their faith. The main message is that interreligious synodality, we journey together and we are united, and that's the most important for Easter. That we build on this feast to celebrate our unity as human beings around the world.
And it comes at a time when there's a lot of strife in the world. There's a war in the Middle East, the Sudan crisis, and a few other places. What would you say to places where people are really going through a very difficult time because of these wars?
To those in difficult situations, we are together. We pray for them. We look forward to see those people living in peace. We keep them in our thought, in our prayers during this Easter celebration. But above all, we share the same human condition, and we feel what they feel also. That's our hope for the future.
Father, thank you very much for coming to the studio and giving us this message of hope and unity. Father Rodrigue Ntungu is a Jesuit priest and a doctoral student at Georgetown University Law School in Washington, D.C. South Africa is gearing up for elections in less than 2 months. In the latest unfolding political drama, the former president, Jacob Zuma, has been disqualified from running in the upcoming general election in May. The Independent Electoral Commission did not explain his disqualification. And in an unrelated incident, the current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, was involved in a car crash, but fortunately did not sustain any injuries. To gain more insight into the current political situation in South Africa, viewers Paul Ndiho spoke with Maropeng Mpia, an advocate and political and social commentator based in Johannesburg.
This has been touted as one of the most important elections we're about to embark on since democracy, basically since 1994. And the reason why it's at stake, it's because people have become disillusioned with the current government, and primarily with the president, who seemed to be weak and not being performing to the expectations that he has set to us when he took office. So, and it's the EFF that is coming up. There's Rise Mzansi. There's a lot of parties that are coming up. There's the MK also, the former president Jacob Zuma's party that has come up. So that has made things slightly complicated for the role players that thought they had it in the bag, as it were. So that is the mood on the ground. It's highly contested and a lot is at stake. And the current government, it's polled as possibly going down less than 50% of the voters.
President Jacob Zuma, his party has been barred from even contesting for elections. We also understand that he was involved in an accident. Luckily, he's not. He came out alive.
It's unfortunate. He was going to campaign at a place called Eshowe in the KZN region, where he's from. So the MK party and Jacob Zuma have a strong base in KZN. Most of his followers are there. There are some followers in other provinces, but his strongest base is in KZN, and he's likely to do good there.
As a political analyst, you probably know that things like this that just don't happen just for the sake of happening. On the day he's barred from running in this upcoming election, it's the same day that he's involved in an accident. Could this be a coincidence?
Look, it's an Easter weekend. Some people are partying. It's a holiday. It's certainly possible that it could be just an innocent incident. I'll lean towards the innocent incident because, to be quite honest, Zuma does not threaten the political climate in South Africa. He threatens the ANC, and threatens the ANC in KZN primarily. So to a large extent, I wouldn't look at him as a threat to the ANC nationally, but a threat to the ANC in KZN. And whether Zuma is there or not, MK party might have a life of its own and might challenge the IFP, the DA, and the EFF in KZN. He's not banned from running the MK or being part of it. He's disqualified through first through the Constitution, and secondly because he had a conviction of more than 12 years without the possibility of parole. So he's disqualified from running, when in actual fact he would never run for a third term because the Constitution doesn't allow it.
Marupeng Mpia is an advocate and political and social commentator based in Johannesburg, South Africa. He spoke to VOA's Paul Ndiho. And now to northern Kenya, where we meet Kadija Abdulkadir, an extraordinary woman who has lived her whole life in the Dadaab refugee camp. Against all odds, including cultural norms, Kadija stands out in her area as the only female rickshaw driver. While she gets a lot of attention, it has not been that easy. Reporter Saida Swale caught up with Kadija Abdulkadir and has her tell her own story right here.
More people are saying, this girl, she is mad girl, and this is my life. I can't stop. My name is Kadija Abdulkadir Mohammed. I'm tuk-tuk driver. I'm single mother. I have 2 daughters. I start only YouTube. I see my YouTube, I write how to drive tuk-tuk. Then I learn in my phone only. If you are tuk-tuk, it's become bad. You never get here for mechanic, engineer. You don't know, you will not get only the Gali. When I was new, maybe I don't know even how to put in oil. Sometimes when I say my tuk-tuk is not working well, he just told me, give me 3,000, 4,000. Because of me, I don't know, I was crying that time. But now, Abdunur, he helped me. He was helping me how to do here, everything I know. Now I'm driver and engineer, I know. Everything I know. If it is a good, that time, a good day, I just get 1,000 shilling. My customer, when they see me, sometimes they are saying, this girl, she is a mad. They can't accept me because of, even I had a boy, he was telling me, yeah, stand up, stand up. When I stand, he said, are you a driver? Are you a driver? Then, and he see me, the way I'm driving. Sometimes they take stones, everything, they are going to kill me. Even if I got injury for people who are not supported me, I just go ahead. I can't say, today I have injury, I sleep, no. Man, it's not waiting you. I don't want to stop my work. I'm going to become a good girl, such as drive a mini pilot. Where are you going? I'm going to E-Block. My dream, inshallah, if I get money, step by step, I'm going to buy another car. I can't explain you because I like my job. I love more than my life. I open my eyes for this.
That was Kadija Abdulkadir, a female rickshaw driver in Dadaab, northern Kenya. Still to come, in our entertainment report, Heather Maxwell brings the trivia. Drop the needle back. Stay with us.
While harmful cultural practices such as female genital mutilation or forced marriage are well known, most people may not be aware of breast ironing, a practice where young girls have their breasts flattened to deter unwanted male attention. On this week's edition of Our Voices, we will discuss why certain communities carry out such a painful practice and its health consequences for girls. Join the conversation each week right here on Our Voices.
Season 4, rocking with the best.
In other news, a bus crash in northern South Africa killed 45 pilgrims traveling from Botswana for Easter festivities on Thursday, according to authorities. The sole survivor, an 80-year-old girl, is currently being treated in hospital. The bus went over the bridge and hit the ground below, catching fire. The feasts and festivities of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan have been muted in Sudan this year, with millions of people displaced from their homes and struggling with hunger as a war between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces nears the one-year mark. In the past, Ramadan in Sudan was marked by large communal nighttime gatherings. Now millions rely on community kitchens from volunteers for a pared-down iftar meal. And Senegal's President-elect Bassirou Diomaye Faye and his political partner Ousmane Sonko met outgoing President Macky Sall on Thursday, a rapid ascent for the opposition leaders who just weeks ago were in prison. Opposition candidate Faye won over 54% of votes in Senegal's presidential election, with Sall's hand-picked successor Amadou Ba taking around 35%. Washington, D.C.'s Comic-Con, Awesome Con, once again attracted together over 70,000 fans in a grand celebration of comics, movies, television, toy, games, and more. With a focus on inclusivity and a vast array of attractions, VOA Sims Lumami takes us inside the convention to meet some of the attendees and explore the magic of Awesome Con, with narration by Kali Abdu.
Cosplayers, artists, and fans have gathered in the nation's capital, each bringing their unique passion to the vibrant convention floor.
I am Catwoman, and I'm here at the convention to celebrate comics and anime. This is Michelle Pfeiffer from Batman Returns, the best and only Catwoman.
For artists like Leah, Awesome Con is not just an event, but a culmination of years of creative work and passion.
My name is Leah Huddleston, and I'm here with Terry Huddleston Art. This is our art, our collection from over 15 years, and we go to different Comic-Cons and sell it at shows.
Awesome Con also serves as a platform for professionals to showcase their work, bridging the gap between creators and fans.
My name is Jonah Loeb. I am a video game designer, artist, illustrator, and concept artist. I'm best known for my work on games like Skyrim and Fallout, and then I most recently published a book called Marvel Anatomy. So it's full of information and detailed illustrations about how all these heroes and villains do what they do.
First-timers and seasoned attendees find themselves immersed in a world where their favorite stories and characters come to life.
My name is Green Arrow, and my experience has been fantastic. There's so much merch, so many cool costumes. I'm excited to be a part of it. Yeah, this is my first time actually, so I'm a newcomer, but I'm able to experience all these cool new devices, all these costumes.
From fan art to original creations, the art showcased at Awesome Con spans a wide range of interests and styles.
This is fan art of Our Flag Means Death, the HBO show, and this one is fan art of Good Omens from Amazon.
The support among the community is evident, with friends and collaborators coming together to celebrate and promote each other's work.
I'm enjoying it. I like seeing all the faces, conversations for people who come up to ask about the art. I enjoy helping my friend Tara. Been friends with her since high school, trying to help support her art. She makes everything handmade, which I find impressive, like she prints her own shirt.
Artists are taking this opportunity to delve into deeper themes, exploring personal and universal narratives through their work.
I am a pop, psychedelic, and surrealist artist from Pasadena, Maryland. My specialty started in pop art, so popular culture, people, Spider-Man or Maleficent, Hades, stuff like that. So these are my original characters and my original concepts. They all have little hidden meanings and whatnot. For instance, this piece is called No Signal. It's about losing connection with somebody. It's all fun and games until somebody loses connection for you.
Awesome Con continues to be a beacon for pop culture, offering a space for fans, creators, and enthusiasts to gather and celebrate the stories and characters they love. In Washington, D.C., for Sims Lumami, Kali Abdu, VOA News.
Now to our entertainment segment, Heather Maxwell brings us our very own Voice of America Music Challenge. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Esther. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I am back with another round of my African music trivia game called Drop the Needle. This time, it's with Fiona Nanduru Wamai. Let's watch. All right, Fiona Nanduru Wamai, how are you?
I am feeling excited.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
You listened to the radio show and you're ready?
I did. About being ready, I'm not sure, but I listened and I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
You know the rules?
Yes.
Here's number one. Okay.
I came in humming that song because it was the first time I listened to it, and
I heard you, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna get this. So who is it?
That is Tyler.
Yes,
Tyler, right?
Tyler. Where's she from?
The South African lady.
Absolutely. And what's the name of the song?
Truth or Dare.
Oh, sing it.
Are you?
All right, cool. Here's number two.
Zuena. That is Zuena by Diamond Platnumz.
Yes. Yes.
Our Tanzanian
brothers.
He was our Ugandan brother-in-law, not anymore. But
oh, really? What do you mean? What happened? Oh, just give us a brief.
He was a boyfriend to Zari Hassan. She's a Ugandan socialite, and then they broke up, and we never forgave him.
Oh, that's too bad. That's really sad. Oh, all right. Well, you're from Uganda then, I guess. That's pretty clear.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here we go. Here's number three.
Okay.
Zero drama, zero drama. Save your drama, save your drama. Heal from trauma, yes, your trauma.
Oh, well, zero drama.
Yes.
Funny that I just talked about the drama.
I know, and here it is, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's that lady. I had the lady Mabel with an amazing voice.
No.
Oh, Black Chip?
Yes. Oh, okay. I'm like, no, that's not a lady.
Well, no, Black Chip, but featuring
Mabel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't hear that on the sample.
Yeah.
And where is Black Sheriff from?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me. Not South Africa.
No.
Ghana.
Yes! Fiona! Excellent. Wow. Amazing. You just did terrific.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so awesome. You listened and you love music and we love you.
I love this. I love doing this every time because it's all about the music.
Thank you, Fiona. Thank you so much for playing Drop the Needle.
Thank you for always
come back soon.
Me. Oh, be careful. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thanks. And that's your Friday entertainment. Esther, back to you.
Thanks, Heather, and thank you, viewers, for joining us today. We'll see you back Monday.